Hey everyone, Christine Thorson here. I want to share with you a situation or an experience I had at Dunkin Donuts this morning. My daughter and I went to Dunkin Donuts at 8:30 this morning. I was dropping her off to dance. She was getting breakfast. And a gentleman walked in before us and was ordering at the counter, and he ordered 3 dozen donuts. And the lady behind the counter said, "I'm sorry, sir. Our policy is I can't serve you 3 dozen donuts. You did not pre-order." She would not serve him 3 dozen donuts because he didn't pre-order. Now, you're Dunkin' Donuts and you're in the business to sell donuts. Why would you not sell him 3 dozen donuts? And her reasoning to him, and she just kept telling him over the same thing over and over again. It affects the numbers of donuts that they sell, and if she was to sell him 3 dozen donuts, people later in the day wouldn't get donuts because they don't pull people off the line or off wherever to make more donuts. They make the donuts in the morning and that is it. And if they're out of donuts later in the afternoon because she sold somebody 3 dozen donuts, that's not fair to the people later in the afternoon. What I have a problem with is you are in the business to sell donuts. You're in the business to make donuts. Why would you not sell the gentleman 3 dozen donuts? She said, "Sir, I can sell you 2.5 dozen, but I can't sell you 3 dozen." What's the difference if she gave him 6 more donuts? By the end of the day, most likely they probably threw out those donuts at the end of the day. So she lost a sale because their policy is she cannot sell someone 3 dozen donuts if they do not pre-order. There are many things wrong with this situation that blows my mind because, one, my background is food service management, and if you're in the business to sell food, sell the food. Don't set up a policy because he did not pre-order, he can't get 3 dozen donuts. His need is 3 dozen donuts. Why are you not fulfilling his need? And it's a franchise. Don't tell me that there's no formula made for that day to say how many donuts they need to make, because guaranteed they go back prior weeks and look on the average of the last 4 Saturdays and how many donuts they sold, and they make that. Really, you're going to be concerned about somebody who comes in at 5 o'clock in the afternoon if they don't have a chocolate frosted versus a glazed because you didn't sell the gentleman at 8:30 in the morning 3 dozen donuts? The other thing is she should have handled it way different. She should have probably sold him the 3 dozen donuts and told him that she'd take care of him today, but in the future if he would be so kind as to pre-order his donuts. Now, I know that there are times I'm not thinking about what I need to do for the next day in terms of food and ordering food. 3 dozen donuts doesn't seem like that's a whole lot of donuts to be pre-ordering. I don't know. There was a whole different thing. I was very taken back by the whole thing. But are we doing this in our own businesses? Are we not fulfilling the needs of our customers because we've set place a policy that makes our job easier now or down the road? They didn't want to pull somebody off the line to make more donuts, but they're in the business to make donuts. They were taking the easy way around. They weren't putting the effort in later on in the day to make more donuts if there was a need. They've decided that they're only going to make X amount of donuts, and when they're done, and it's not fair to those at 5 o'clock to have donuts if the gentleman at 8:30 orders 3 dozen. But the whole reality and the ironic piece of it is she sold him 2.5 dozen. Really, 6 donuts is going to make or break the bank at 5 o'clock? She lost a sale at 8:30 to hope that somebody comes in at 5 o'clock and orders those 6 donuts. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So my question to you is, are you doing this in your business? Are you doing stuff that is affecting the needs of your customers? Because he's going to probably go to the Dunkin Donuts down the street because there's one on every corner, and he's going to order 3 dozen from them because it's not their policy. And they're going to fulfill his needs. It's kind of the same in any business. If someone down the street is going to fulfill my needs, I'm going to go to them, not to the place that's not fulfilling my needs. So what are you doing in your business that is hindering a sale because you're not fulfilling the need of your customer? I'll let you ponder that one. What are you doing? Have a great day, guys. Thanks for listening.